Good morning, you wonderful people. Rise and grind. It's a new day full of new possibilities and new opportunities. I hope you guys are safe. Well, this is my second vid for the week, man. This self-isolation, social distancing that we're all adopting, you know, it's for a great cause and just be better humans. And in the end of the day, if you can do your part by staying at home and just eliminating the cause for the spread of this, just help flatten the curve, and that's all why we're actually here. But that's not about today's video. This video, what we are doing today is a couple of days ago, I put out to the various social media pages and groups that I'm currently on and that I participate in, is I'm going to be doing my first Q&A vid. It's this video right here. This type of video seems to be blowing up right now. Most creators, they're at homes, seeing what we can do. They're either stuck in their offices or they're working from home. And what better way to pass the time than to ask your supporters, all of you guys. I'm gonna reach out to you and ask you, fire some questions at me. Let's see what we can do and let's grow this community. So without further ado, we're gonna jump into the phone, basically just see some of the questions, and we're basically just gonna go through them. So you're gonna get the raw, unedited, emotional responses from my side there. So let's get into the video. Sweet. We're gonna jump into Instagram, right at the bottom of the page. What presets do you use? So I'm just trying to maintain the grid for my Instagram account currently, and I'm transitioning to make it a certain style that I'm accustomed to, that actually I like. So it's a bit more tough when you are taking a lot of variety of photos, outdoors, indoors, with different subject matters at the end of the day, and trying to edit them in a specific way. So that's where presets do come into play. What I actually do is, I'm a massive fan of Peter McKinnon. Have a plug here. He's basically taught me everything I need to know. I do have his preset pack, and how I use the work is I use a certain style of presets and I just basically use that as a ground layer, and then I edit the photo accordingly to match the style of my grid currently on Instagram and my social platforms. So I just use it as a starting grid, and then I just adjust the colors going forward from there. Next question is, what advice do you have for people who don't know how to edit a pic without it looking fake? Okay, practice, 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 practice. Take a million photos, edit them, spend time in Lightroom, spend time in Photoshop, familiarize yourself with the editing tools that you're actually using, so you know what the different sliders are basically doing. Change the exposure and contrast settings and all the luminance tabs, and just expect it to come out at the end of the day like you're looking, or like what you're hoping for. What you basically do is you have to understand how certain settings react with one another to actually bring out the top photo that you actually wanted to produce in the first place. What is a good camera for a beginner? Currently, I've only had a camera or a DSLR for about 2 years now, maybe going on just a little bit longer than that. The best camera for a beginner would be your phone. Just learn compositions, learn to take photos, learn different styles. Next question. How do you look at something and just know how you can capture an image in that photo? Man. Jeez, like, so I've been taking photos, I don't know, maybe 5-6 years ago. From that perspective is you take thousands of shit photos. That's nevertheless that you're going to take crap photos, you're going to take horrible photos. I was a horrible photographer. I'm by all means not the best currently, and I actually enjoy what I'm currently doing with the photos. But leading back to the question is, how do you just see something and know how to capture it? It's practice, simple as that. You got to know, try different angles, try to shoot it from low, try to shoot something from above. Never really shoot face on. That's always going to make your subject very flat and not appealing. What I tend to do in my current style that is shooting through something, so I'll always have the subject behind, shooting through a fence or through a grid, or if I'm shooting outdoors and I'm doing a profile shot for somebody, I would maybe I'll bring some leaves in the front, in the foreground, just to create a little bit of depth. It does make it a little bit more emotional going forward. So maybe use those kind of tips going forward, and let me see how you're doing. Next question here from aquamarine_warrior is, hey Jarrod Cole Edwards, what is your favorite band? And that goes without saying, it's Angels and Airwaves. And to go further, Everything is Magic is damn straight the best song out there. Kevin E. Andrews says, dinner Thursday. Man, if you're watching this, hell yeah, let's do a dinner. I haven't seen you in ages, man. Sir Vilforth says, amazing profile. Thanks, man, appreciate it. Lumix BW, which camera did you buy first? So I'm currently on my second camera, which I traded my first camera for the one that I'm currently using. And my first camera ever was a Canon SL2 or a 200D, depending where you're from. And that was a little beast of a camera. I wish I still had one, because I definitely need a second body. But at the times that I needed, I honestly traded that for the camera that I'm using now. Let's move over to Twitter, and Hayden Lyon Hayden Lion. Sorry if I misinterpret your names. Well, I'm terrible at this. I'm terrible at knowing how to say somebody's name. If I do, comment below, man, hit me up. Let's say, dude, this is how you say my name. So I'll be happy to learn from that one. Anyways, Hayden asked, have you got a project you'd really like to make and haven't due to the money and or time? What was it? And any non-camera related questions, what's your favorite food and why? So I have a current project currently that I'm working on, but something that I would like to do is I enjoy shooting doc style videos. So anything along those lines. I actually, when I released my 2019 in review video back in Jan, and I had no footage for that. I literally went and fought and found raw footage in the archives of hard drives and everything like that, but putting it together and creating a story that honestly was amazing from my side. I'll link it above. It's the card over there if you haven't seen it out. If I could shoot more doc style videos going forward, I definitely want to do almost a dramatic documentary, like a travel doc or something along those lines. I would love that to bits. I always like being in the outdoors, so if I can compile being in the outdoors with creating a video, man, that's definitely going to happen. My favorite food and why is pizza, and obviously. So that was Twitter. There's only one response. So Hayden, thank you, man, for being the only one to reply to me on Twitter. I don't think I have the biggest following from there, especially with what I'm actually doing. So you know what, props, man, you're definitely gonna fly in here. Also reached out to the No Small Creator Facebook group led by Cody Warner, Cody Warner, man, and this is an awesome group of creators. We're just basically there to help each other out and grow from time to time, sharing tips and tricks and, you know, commenting on each other's videos, and that's exactly what this group is for. So I reached out to it as well, just asked a couple of questions, and Hannah Phone said, great idea, how do you balance full-time work and YouTube? Well, I couldn't agree with you more. I do I'm a self-diagnosed ADD, but it's actually not the case. What I actually do is I'm a full-time salesman on the road. So how I balance YouTube and that is, I think with my 8 coffees plus a day, I have struggle sleeping. So a lot of editing, a lot of recording time is done when I'm on the road, when I'm at the office. I actually just made a video about working from home, and you can see my setup. I'll link it above as well. That just actually got released today that I'm actually filming this. So that is live on the channel. If you want to go sort that out, if you want to go have a look there, Hannah, have a look, comment below, and yeah, I would love for you to check it out, but that'll definitely answer a lot more questions. Rez Dimcalligan. Sorry, I'm gonna call you Rents, man. What's up, dude? How are you? He says favorite lens for photo and video. Man, okay, I get this question a lot because I don't have a lot of glass, but we do have an opportunity here in South Africa to rent lenses, and there's a company called A Lens for Hire that I go to for when I need specific lenses for a different job that I'm working. But a lens I currently do own, and it's the one you're looking at me now, is the Sigma 18-35 1.8 Art. This is a beast of a lens, and I highly recommend this lens to anybody that's actually willing to do photo and video. It's like having a bunch of primes in your pocket. I mean, this thing is a beast. I definitely use it for more video than I do photos. It's one of 3 lenses that I actually have. So this is glued to my body permanently for both uses. If I were to choose a lens specifically for photo, I love the 70-200 Mark III 2.8 from Canon, the L series glass. That is a beast. I love this thing. I don't have one, but I rent it often, and it just has a phenomenal focus range from portraits to landscape shots to anything that you really want to do. I've used this lens quite a lot, and you know what, I'm just honestly saving up for that lens. One lens I also do, and I've used a couple of weeks ago, was the Sigma 85mm 1.4, and damn, that thing is so sharp at 1.4. It was phenomenal. I'll throw some images up here that I took of Tatiana Schoenmaker, which is a South African swimmer here. She's preparing for the Olympics coming up, and I'll just put those photos up here while we're busy speaking. But that lens was phenomenal. If I honestly had to buy one lens currently right now, cash was no object, I'd buy that 85, no problems asked. We have Bobby Puri. What's up, Bob? How you, man? Bob is a fellow coffee enthusiast. He has his own roastery now, and Bob, I saw in a video now that you're gonna close the roastery. Wow, man, what's happening? We'd love, hopefully you keep the content coming, man, because your roastery or not, you got to keep it up, man. You got to keep us entertained down there in the States. So anyways, Bobby, what's up? Okay, Bobby asked, what are your plans with video to do it full-time eventually? Also, did you go to school or take any paid courses or self-taught? Man, I would love to do video full time. Let me get this out there. That is a straight up passion of mine, and that's why I put so much effort into this little side hobby that we've got going on. I've built a side business called Just Jarrod Photography. Links below in the description if you want to check it out. That is a photography and videography side hustle business that I have running. Ultimately, my goal one day will be to take that full time, but currently that doesn't pay the bills as much as I would like it to. As anything, when you're starting out, you freelance work, you basically just want to get your content out there. So if I can do that full time one day, then hell yeah, man, I'm gonna put everything I can into it just to basically get there. But currently right now, it's not full time, as I do need to pay the bills on my side. Man, I didn't go to school for any videography or photography courses. I haven't done any courses. I've signed up to Jesse Driftwood's Skillshare course. I think it was Skillshare. Didn't end up using it. I watched it once and I didn't have the time at the time. Maybe I should go back and just go check it out. In the end of the day, what I have learned is time in the seat. I've edited, I've shot garbage footage, I've shot horrible photos. You basically learn what to do and what not to do through experience, and just pushing record and getting the job done, spending time and hours of sleepless nights in Premiere Pro and Lightroom, just editing to know what we can do better going forward. That's the only way you learn. I, for one, will be the first person to admit that I don't know exactly what I'm doing when it comes down to Premiere as times, but I mean, there are always some things that you can learn going forward. If you don't know everything, that's the best way forward, because you're always moving forward, you're always learning, you're always progressing your skills. And isn't that what we always here for, man, is to learn and progress going forward. So great question, man. Appreciate it. Must have some coffee. I actually should have some coffee right now. The 16-minute video right now, one take, and we're gonna smash this thing together. We're gonna get this done. No coffee, but it's gonna happen. Joseph Sloan says, how did you get videography clients when you first started out? Did you email them to reach out, or an ad, or both? Joseph, great question, man. And man, I'm happy to help out. It's word of mouth for my side. I had my camera everywhere, and in South Africa, it's not really accustomed to people walking around with a DSLR and a GorillaPod and a Rode Video Mic Pro Plus with a massive dead cat staring at you. At the end of the day, a lot of people ask you, hey, what's up? What are you doing? And that you give them your business card and you go, hey, I do this, like, what's up? Do you want some work? Do you want to do something? Do you want to collaborate? I mean, that's the kind of questions you ask. So at the most time is 90% of business that I've got currently is word of mouth. I don't bombard emails. I do have an email train that comes out from that side business of mine. From there, it's more like a newsletter, a little bit of up-to-date things that we actually do and what I'm basically doing behind the scenes. But again, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, I've got a Just Jarrod account for each one of those platforms, and I basically promote through those social media handles. Vladimir Richie, I actually had quite a laugh here. He says, I'm a menswear YouTuber and I just did my very first Q&A a couple of days ago, actually, and I'm looking forward to doing more of those. Man, me too. This is my first one. Let me know in the comments, Vladimir, if you actually watch this, if this is any good. I watched your video. I had such a laugh. It was amazing looking at what you were doing. If you don't know Vladimir and you're watching this, head below. I'll link his channel in the description below. And he is by far the sharpest dressed man on this platform. That man, like, we all sit here backwards caps and t-shirts, man. That guy is rocking, dressed to the nines, but he makes some awesome content, and definitely go check him out. Yeah, my name's Jarrod, man. What's up? Okay, Kate Madden asks, I'm in sales as well. I find that there is a natural skill set that lends itself to YouTube and vice versa. How has YouTube enhanced your professional skills? Kate, that is a great question. Thank you for diving in. This is the last question from the No Small Creator Facebook group, and what a better way to finish this platform off with. I think it's the other way around from my side. Is I have been a salesman first and foremost, and I haven't really been comfortable in front of the camera. Me being on the road selling and basically doing my daily job has made me more comfortable in front of the camera. So I would say it's the other way around. It's not YouTube helping my professional business, it's my business helping my YouTube content. So there we go around, definitely. But they definitely, to answer your question, they actually do go very much hand in hand. I mean, we got to talk to hundreds of people a day, sometimes all at once. Talking to a camera is actually sometimes a little bit more daunting for me. Last but not least, Greg McConnell, this is the question. Here we go, I'm gonna read his message. He says, my cue for your A video, in your opinion, when starting out with YouTube, which is more important with regards to production? audio or video? Obviously, I know there are more important aspects to production like story and style and marketability, etc. I want to hear your thoughts on the above. If you haven't seen Greg's channel, we've actually done a few collaborations together. He's a fellow YouTuber here in South Africa and is a very good friend of mine. So head down to the bottom. I'll link Greg's channel in the description. Click him up. Go check on his latest videos. We say what's up. Came from this video showing some support to our local talent here in South Africa. Audio or video? What is more important in my opinion? Greg, that's a great question, man. And I've got two hands. I can finally put the phone down because this is that's the last question. Personal opinion, audio trumps video 10 times over. Yes, story matters to keep the consumer engaged throughout your video, which is probably, if you sat there this far long waiting for your question to be answered, props for you watching this video. But in all honesty, for me personally and experience that I've had in the past with previous videos, if you look at yourself personally, I would rather watch a video that is almost blurry or a little bit pixelated, but if I can hear what's going on crisp and clear, then I would carry on watching. But if you are watching something in 4K and you can't hear what's going on, what's the point of actually watching? Okay, so that's it for me, folks. I'm proud of that. Thank you for sticking by for so long. This is probably going to be a long video. If this is the first time you hear from me, this is the first Q&A I've ever done. Let me know below in the comments on how it was. If I did miss your question, I'm terribly sorry. I try to get through them all. I think I may have missed one or two, but again, I'll definitely be doing this in the future. Let me just, maybe if I grab a little bit more content, a little bit more flow going through, more people will be asking me more questions. But anyways, to everybody that reached out, I really do appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for reaching out and taking the time to send me some questions. That being said, hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe if you aren't already, and stay safe. I know the world is tough right now. Hunker down at home, watch the videos, and I will see you soon. Peace.